Hey, what's going on, guys? Engine Deceased back here with another Destiny video. This is the start of another series that I have coming up right now. This is for the weekly heroic and nightfall strikes. So basically the whole purpose of this is for me to go look at the modifiers on the new strikes when the reset happens, and then bring out a video to make it as easy as possible for all of us to sit here and grind these strikes without having a hassle. You know, we want to be able to burn through these strikes, get these packages, and get these new weapons. So that's what this is for. Right now you're looking at a gameplay from 3 different strikes that I did earlier today. It's not the cleanest gameplay, it could be a lot better, but you know, I got what I could in a short amount of time. And basically it's going to be showing you the 3 loadouts that I used and what you ideally want to use for this week's modifiers. So it just so happens to be that Void Burn and Small Arms showed up as the modifier for the weekly heroic. So a loadout should be popping up on the screen in a second. Yeah, there it is. So right now we have the Saturnine Rapier, the LDR, which was the Havoc Pigeon, but I switched out, and a Dark Drinker. So basically, everything I have is high impact and high damage. You want high impact and a high damage put out because that's just going to make it better. It's going to make it easier for you. The Saturnine Rapier that I have actually has reactive reload and Eye of the Storm on it. So when my health gets lower, you can see Eye of the Storm will proc. Once I get a kill and reload, reactive reload is going to proc. Massive damage. Put that in conjunction with Small Arms and I'm just gonna start steamrolling ads. As you can see, he popped a tether, and please people, look at this and notice what I did. I stopped and waited until the tether landed. When a hunter on your team launches a tether, please wait, because we hate to launch the tethers and then there's no ads to actually generate orbs off of. We launched it to generate orbs for the team, and when you kill all of them while we're launching our tether, it just creates a giant waste. So right now you're looking at the boss fight, and what happens is I basically take out the Dark Drinker, and that random on my team actually has one. I didn't notice it until now, but we both have one, and we basically just team up on the bosses and we wipe them out. With the Dark Drinker on the current modifier, if you are 335 and the sword is 335, and you have the increased damage module selected for this sword, you will be able to completely take out a Scion Flare by yourself, and you'll be able to do massive damage to the bosses, any other ultra in the game with this week's modifiers. So definitely worth picking up if you do not have it. You know, I'm not guaranteeing that you're going to be able to get it this week unless you've already done part of the quest, but if you don't get it this week, just get it anyway, because when the modifiers show up again, you're definitely going to want to have it.
Nice work. I'll let the Vanguard know the flares are dead.
If those Scion flares were
Alright, so right here what you're looking at is actually the boss fight for the second strike that I did, or maybe it was the third one. But that's what you're looking at right now. So basically this is the other loadout that I have. It's consisting of Universal Remote, the LDR, and the Baron's Ambition. So basically I kept the sniper on, I switched to a machine gun, and I ran the Universal Remote. The reason why I switched out Dark Drinker for the Universal Remote is because it's better for bosses that don't have a melee attack up close. As you can see, the Saber 2 does not have an actual melee, and what the Universal Remote excels at is providing a giant amount of damage in a short amount of time. It has a perk that grants it a damage bonus, which is crowd control, after you get a kill, but the other one grants bonus precision and range damage while aiming down the sights, which is perfect for a boss like this, because I'm not going to sit here and hipfire this boss. I'm actually going to ADS and shoot at this boss. With Small Arms on, you get a 30% damage bonus, and since you're putting that on a shotgun, that is just ridiculous power, guys. I just can't, you won't be able to find anything better than that for a primary in this week's current modifier. This is the loadout screen, so you'll be able to see exactly what I'm running and the perks that I have on it. I actually believe that I show you my Night Stalker tree, so in case you're wondering what I'm actually using, here you go. And right after that, we'll be in the next part. Alright, so this is the last loadout for this week's modifier that I have. These are all my personal loadouts, so you don't have to run exactly what I'm running. This is just a guideline from me, you know, what I ran and what you could run. So The last thing that I used was the Touch of Malice, the LDR, and again the Baron's Ambition. So the reason why I switched out the Touch of Malice is because, as we all know, on the final round you get an insane damage bonus. The damage on the Touch of Malice almost triples when you use the final round. With small arms, you basically get that for free. Without the final round, you basically get the triple damage on Touch of Malice for free. So when final round kicks in and you actually get the regenerating round with the bonus damage, that's basically 6 times the damage. You'll see right here when I take out the Goliath tank, and yeah, it's massive damage, guys. But since the Goliath tank actually has a, well, quote unquote melee, that's why I'm not using a universal remote for this strike. I decided to use this. Now the only downside is that it does take away your health on the final round, but since small arms is on, it's relatively easy for you to wipe out the tier 1 ads, giving you your health back. And the health regeneration you get from this is pretty gnarly. It kicks in instantly, and if you have high recovery, you're not even going to notice it. So it's very good for strikes like this.
That tank was a present from the brothers. We need to find them. Let's check the bridge.
Alright, so right now, this gameplay right here was supposed to be the final 2 bosses for this strike, but half of it got cut out and I can't even retrieve it. So you'll be able to see me kind of halfway wipe out the second brother for the Shield Brothers strike. I wish I could have got the other half of the gameplay or found a way to retrieve it, but I couldn't. But this will have to suffice for now, you know. So these are all my loadouts for what you can possibly use for the rest of the week. And next Tuesday, when the reset happens, I'll be bringing out another video showing you how to cheese the Nightfall and the weekly strikes. So until then, guys, I'll catch you in the next one.
They're finished.
I mostly keep doing this Vanguard thing for the perks.